Estate agents ordered to be more transparent over fees. Estate agents have been ordered to come clean over how much they charge homeowners for selling their property. The instruction follows on from the news that the Property Ombudsman has already put its foot down on the practice of portal juggling, where agents relist unsold properties to make them appear new to the market. Updated guidelines from the Property Ombudsman Code of Practice for residential estate agents, issued at the beginning of October, insist that estate agents should now include the cost of VAT in their advertised sales commission, rather than simply adding plus VAT after the asking price. That way, homeowners would have a more precise idea of how much exactly they would be expected to hand over in fees, explained Jerry Fitzjohn, chairman of the Property Ombudsman Board. In other words, it makes the whole practice of selling a home far more transparent than it ever has been. In fact, the decision was taken to carry out a full review of the codes to reflect market development and provide clear definitions of unfair practices. What this means in practice is that estate agents must include their commission fee as a monetary figure rather than as a percentage, with VAT included into the seller's legal written contract. And of course, until now, sellers were obliged to add on VAT themselves, with the result of it often being overlooked. Homeowners then sometimes found themselves having to fork out thousands of pounds extra, which in the stress of selling their home, they had overlooked. In keeping with the previous guidelines, estate agents must now also point out that the commission fee itself will vary according to whether the actual cost paid for the property is lower or higher than the asking price stated in the seller's written contract, but that the actual percentage rate will remain the same. The majority of estate agents charge between 0.75% and 3% of a property's value. This has to pay for marketing the property both on and offline, as well as undertaking house viewings, liaising with solicitors and administration work, etc. VAT, meanwhile, has remained at 20% in the UK for a number of years now. The VAT inclusion to commission fees is the reworked guidelines come off the back of news last month that the Property Ombudsman would also try to prevent what they called portal juggling by estate agents. And in simple terms, this refers to the practice of many of the prominent UK estate agents relisting properties which have just been sitting on the market for months, having gone unsold. By relisting them, they give the erroneous impression that the property has only just come onto the market. In some cases, it can increase the value of the property by as much as 10%. The practice of portal juggling was highlighted in 2016 by independent data company Propsicon, and they pointed out that it led to the impression that there were more properties on the market than there was in reality. And buyers were also more inclined to pay more for a property if they thought it was recently available, with the reverse true if the same property had languished on the market without attracting much interest for some months. Any estate agent who doesn't comply with the Property Ombudsman guidelines could find themselves reported to the local trading standards branch and unable to practice in the UK property market in the future. Paula Higgins, who's the chief executive of the Homeowners Alliance, said that the organisation was delighted to see the Property Ombudsman banning the practice. She also added that without accurate information, home buyers were at a huge disadvantage, and estate agents and their clients. The home sellers are the winners, and this isn't a level playing field. The practice contradicts early consumer protection regulations and gives disproportionate share to that of one agent. It gives buyers a false sense of urgency as they feel they have to move quickly to secure the purchase, which is when prices end up becoming inflated by 10% or more. It's really, really good news. To find out more about more legislation, UK investing, UK property deals, do visit our website. It's www.fjpinvestment.co.uk.